All right, I got my email saying that I'm live, so I must be live because I'm here. Hey everybody, welcome to Sidetrack Sunday. It is 8 o'clock here on the third Sunday of February. It is February 18th to be exact. Tonight's going to be a little bit of a different kind of show because I'm winging it. I had a plan. That plan's not going to fully work the way I wanted it, so I'm going to punt a little bit, and we're going to do something a little different. Not different, just doing it in a different way. I don't think I'm dead. No, I hope I don't know if he's talking to me or not, but no, I'm not dead. I am here. Just check. Wait. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. All right. So I don't even know where to begin. I don't think I have just one announcement, one housekeeping. Everyone has a plan till it's smashed in the face. Yeah, pretty much. So yeah, talk about smashed in the face. I get to that in a minute. Or at least smashed. So I wanted to no, I wasn't smelling my armpit. I was checking my pulse. Um I wanted to give a huge thank you to a couple of our fellow modelers. Um, First off, I had the great opportunity to meet up with um, two YouTubers this weekend. Both one is an old friend, and one is a newly met friend, old friend, new friend. I don't know what you want to call it, but great friends of mine. As you guys know from if you tuned into Artie's show on Wednesday night for his cab crew Wednesday. He was down at in Maryland with Ray Bell, and he was hanging out down there. And then on Thursday, I had the very great opportunity for Ray and I. We're about a 2 hour distance drive apart. So we found a restaurant which you guys have already saw. Um, in a previous escapade called the Sawmill. It's in Oxford, PA, I believe it is. So we kind of head in that direction and we meet at the restaurant. And every so often we just, we like to say hello, get together. It's great to just be in front of someone rather than being in front of a camera all the time. So I got to meet up with Ray, and for some ungodly reason, he dragged along this Aussie with him, and it was great. It was great. Ray and I and Artie sat down for almost 3 hours, and just had great conversation. Conversation that you see all the time as we have on our chats here. But we were able to actually just see each other, just be in each other's company, and it was great. It was great to shake his hand. It was great to give him a hug. I will admit, I almost shed a tear, almost. But yeah, to have someone come halfway around the world um with just the purpose of meeting you, it's an honor beyond words. It is great to meet someone, whether they live down the street or around the world, but just to know that this particular person, um it's an honor for me because I was on his words, hit list. Um, so to know that he came all the way around here and made a special trip and made preparations to come see me and get to meet face to face, I'm truly honored. What a guy, what a friend, what a pal. Um, I can tell you this, um, while Artie did ride away in Ray's truck. It was too cold to ride in the back. So, but I was able to send him away in a truck. So I'm keeping that tradition alive. And there's that. Artie did give me a gift. He brought a couple gifts, some things for the kids, some things for Jen. He actually got something for my sister, which I haven't delivered yet. But one of the things that he delivered to me, and I'm guessing this is Australian. I don't know how he got this into the country, but we were able to share a beer. This is a pure blonde, ultra low carb lager, 80% less carbohydrates, 4.2% alcohol. So I'm not sure if Artie is here yet, if he's in the house. If not, we'll let him know when he gets here. But I'm starting the night with this. So let me go ahead and get this in my glass, and then we'll get the show started. Love that sound. All right, not too much here. Oh. Now, I'm not much of a beer drinker. Unless you ask Sparky. But then again, Sparky will tell you he doesn't drink either. So, all right, with that housekeeping out of the way, while I've got the suds settling over there, let's go ahead and let's get the lady of the night up here. Let's take a minute and say hello to Rita. All right. Somebody I just saw, at least he didn't bring you Vegemite. No, I didn't get that. I got some candies. Got some. He brought my sister something which I believe is a mug and a t-shirt. Hey Ron, how are you, man? Good to see you. Thank you for stopping in, bud. I appreciate it. Yeah, so it was great again just to see him and hang out with Artie, and I wish him best. He still has some traveling to do before he leaves at the end of the month. Yeah, best of luck, and thank you for making me a part of your trip. That was awesome. All right, now with Artie out of the way, let's jump over to the participants list and let's see who's here. All right, in alphabetical order, and of course, this thing's probably going to jump on me because that doesn't look like everybody. Okay, the list to my left, your right, is the participants list. It's everybody who's here that's showing up in chat. If your name is not in the chat list, it's because you haven't said anything or you haven't said anything recently. Oh, I saw that comment pop up. Hi, Fishy. Fishy's here too. Hi, Fishy. Good to see you. Or as I know you, Blurple. Hello, Blurple. So let's run this down. We've got Anthony Dodge, the model train outsider, who also got a visit from Artie. Dave DB Tech is in the house. Mike from Deep Run Railroad is here. James from the Dundas Junction Railroad is also here. I'm here. I think I'm here. Georgia Sunbelt is here. Hello, Anthony. Joe Rader from the Black Rock Central. Curly Express, that's Dwight. Dwight's in the house. Kyle Stevens is here. Tammy is hanging out from the Mom and Son Train Rail fans. PK&W Model Works is here. Of course, as I just mentioned, Ron and Fishy are in the house. RWC Toyman. Raybo Bell is hanging out. Rick's Trains is here. Bob from Santa Fe. Bob is here. Hello, Bob. Good to see you. Thank you for the email today. Let's see. John from the Schuylkill River Valley. J2 is in the house. Tom from Tom's Trains and Things is hanging out on YouTube tonight. Usually he's over there on Rumble. We are streaming on Rumble as well. Wigwag Workshop is in the house, bringing up at the bottom of the list. Wigwag was the first one in today. I did see him earlier, around 6 o'clock or so. Let's see who else jumped in. Grandpa Rails is here. Hello, Grandpa Rails. JD. Did I miss anybody from the list? Ray Bertelson popped in. I see Ray. How are you, buddy? Ken Amos Jr. Good to see you, Ken. I think that's it for that list. So what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do tonight? What are we gonna do? Let's jump over to the main screen here so I can pop some things up. A bunch of people saying hello to everyone, just flying back through chat for a moment. Everyone saying hi, Rick. Hi, so and so. Tom is here. All right, I think I'm caught up. Everything else is just hellos. Oh, hey, you guys remember Logo, right? He's happy to hang out. What are we going to do? Well, we are the last that we left. I made a roof there's Tom hanging out in Rumble. The last we left, we made a roof for the build for this shed of whatever we're going to call it. We still don't have a name yet. Oh, I think we settled on, or we had the idea that this was going to be Sparky's train shed. I think that was it. So Sparky's train shed. All right. I'm sorry. I hear the kids running around upstairs. Let's see. So we made a roof and we were going to let it dry. And then we were going, I was supposed to put it on the build and then we were going to go from there and we were going to do the weathering, but little snag. We're still going to do some weathering. Oh, somebody's saying Artie is here. Hey, Artie, listen, nothing's coming up in the next few minutes. Jump back to the very beginning. We cracked a beer in your honor. Go see this. Go listen to the nice words that everyone had to say, and well, at least I had to say. I don't know what chat had to say, but good to see you, my friend. Thank you for the beer. All right, so going back to the build for a minute, we'll get over to the workbench in a second, but I want to explain this first. So my original intention was to build the roof, put on the tar paper, let that dry, then I was going to cut off the excess, and then I was going to take the tar roof and it was going to sit inside the building. That was my intention. So when I went to do that, I got the roof all cut out, the dimensions correct. I went to put it inside the building and I don't like the way it looks. I really don't like the way it looks. Once I put it in there, I realized that the tar paper just doesn't look right the way it sits. And how did you make the tar roof? Okay, really, really simple. I'll explain that in just a second when we get over to the workbench. If you want, you can always go back and look at last week. I built the whole thing live. It's basically just construction paper cut up into little things, but I'll show you. I'll show you how it looks. So I figured the next step that we were going to do, I was supposed to glue the roof in, but I didn't because I don't like it and I think I'm going to redo it. So right now we're kind of at the same place that we left. Trackside Mike, good to see you, bud. Appreciate you coming in. So yeah, without any further ado, let's jump over the workbench. I've got a whole bunch of weathering stuff on there. Some stuff that I know is tried and true that I have used, and other stuff that we're going to try for the very first time. And I know you're going to get a kick out of this. So let's jump over there. Hang tight. We'll go side cam first. jump here. Hey, side cam. All right. And then I need to go overhead. So, all right, let's not focus on this real quick. Let's pay attention to the roof. So, what I was going to do, as I said, I didn't glue this in. So there's the roof. So the roof has to take that profile, right? All right. So what I did is these are the original panels that came with the roof, because remember, these are two separate buildings that have been put together, right? So this is the original cardboard that was sent with the first building. This is the original cardboard for the second building, brought together by a piece of wood in the middle. So there is the angle of what the roof would look like if it was put in there. So let me go ahead and put this in. I got to do some finagling here. Give me just a second. The way this is going to sit. Come on. It's like a snap-in kind of thing going on here. All right, there it is. So the way this sits. Now, I'll give you the top view. Doesn't look too bad from the top. But what I don't like is, now I can get away with this in two ways. What I don't like is I didn't put any trim on here yet. And that might just be the answer. The answer might just be to put trim on the outside so that this looks like it's recessed. Right now, it's pretty much flush with the building. And I don't like that the tar paper is sitting right there flush up against the building. What I should have done if I wanted to do this the way it was originally set up, I should have let that overhang. The original building, as it comes from FOS scale models, I believe that's the way it's designed, is to sit and overhang. So the way it is right now, I don't like it. So my choices are rebuild the whole thing, which isn't going to be that bad of an idea. And leave room so that the tar paper overlays. Or I can first try just taking some trim like I did here, which I believe is a 1/8 square piece of wood, and just round the entire top with it, and then sit the roof inside. I think that's going to look better than what it is now, but I don't know if it's going to look practical with a wooden building with an inset roof. That's the trouble that I'm having. Wet and wild weathering. Yeah, let's not get into the wet and wild yet. I'll get there in a minute. When it rains, is the roof going to leak? Yeah. So that's what I'm worried about. Just the practicality of that is what I'm thinking. Trims fascia, overhangs parapet. Yeah. So that's where I'm going. And I know, you know me, I'm not a prototypical modeler. So it's not, I don't know why it's getting to me to do this, but I don't know. Tom Grassi, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Somebody else jumped in here. John Knoffel is here. Good to see you, John. Oh, I didn't put the thingy up in the corner tonight. I'm not going to start it now because it's just going to run through everyone. So let me know what you guys think. Do a scrapper drain with parapet. Yeah, that's an idea. I could do that. Hang on, guys. Give me just a second. All right. So those are my two choices. I could do the trim work and inset it in there, or I could just redo the roof and let it overhang. Let me know in the chat what you guys think, what your opinion is. I've 23 years in the roofing. Please don't call me to fix your roof. I, I, I appreciate that, dude. I appreciate that. I could totally understand it. I'm in the IT business, and I tell my friends all the time that's what I do on an 8 to 5 basis. Don't call me when your computer doesn't work. And Jenny wants to know who the blonde is in the basement. The blonde is busy at the moment. And the blonde is good. The blonde is good. So, all right. Here's what I want to do, though. I want to move on to this. My original plan, I'm just going to set this aside. My original plan was to do some weathering and maybe put on some accessories. And I went and I found these little barrels that came in a shipment that I got from FOS, not Foscale Models. Who are the other guys? Caboose Stop Hobbies. So there's a couple different barrel options. This one's a wooden barrel with a lid on the top. This one is a small wooden drum. Then you got a large wooden drum. And then this one here is actually a 55-gallon metal drum. So these I think I'm going to paint up and get ready, and these will get stuck on the building at some point. But I figured I would do the weathering first, and then we would go from there. So let's just set those guys to the side for a little bit. Zoom back out here. All right, let's get to the wet and wild and see what we can get into. Dwight thinks it should hang over. You'd have to put the roof in and then do your trim. Yeah, well, I think so. It's already cut enough where it's going to slide in. So the trim would just be sitting on the outer rim. I think it would work if I did the trim first. Because I definitely don't want to glue in the roof and then put the trim on and then realize I don't like either option, and then I got to do something to try and get it back off, which may entail ruining the trim and the roof and redoing the whole thing anyway. Chat is hopping. It is. It's moving by me faster than I can click on it. He asked you a question and now he derailed. I didn't derail. You guys derailed. 40 watching. Awesome. Okay, the wet and wild is here. Okay, without the interruption of Rita and getting into any other kind of topic, I want to show you some of the things I got. Let's get to the silliness first, because I know you guys are going to have 1,000 jokes about it. I saw, or maybe I heard, I could tell you this. I never saw anyone actually use it, but I heard from a few different people that you can use women's eyeshadow as weathering. So we're going to try that tonight. I've never done it before, but we're going to do it here live on the show, and let's see how it goes. So I've got 3 different ones. These were actually bought by my wife for me for that purpose. So they've never been used, even though that one broke up somehow. Obviously, I'm not going to use the glittery ones. I don't even know how to open this. Oh, there we go. Okay. So there are some earth tone ones in here. There's one here. It looks to you like it's white because of the light, but it's really like a cream color. That one's shiny. I won't use that. That one's shiny. That one's shiny. That one's shiny. And that one's shiny. But there's this tan colored one. This one here is like a burgundy, almost dark rust. There's a black, and this one I would consider an earth tone, like a dark earth kind of thing. This one here has some other colors in it that there There we go. I thought that was going to go all over the place. So this one's broke, but this one looks like it could be a mud color. Obviously, other than this one here, these top three and that one, and that one are all sparkly, so I am not going to use those. We've got a black. This is actually a green. Shows up really good on camera as green. Again, a dark rust or a mud color. So those four are the only ones I can use out of this pack. This one here has some similar colors. This is really shiny. I apologize. I'll try and get the angle right without the camera going nuts. That one, those two, and this bottom one are the only ones that are shiny. They've got a glitter look to them. This is a white or an off-white. Of course, you got black, two colors of what would be earth tones or muds. And then this one here is like a flesh tone color. Not sure what I would use that for. But you never know. That could possibly be used as dust on a train. I don't know about on a building. But yeah, that looks like it could be some dust on a desert train, I think. Maybe, possibly. So that's that. What I'm actually really excited to try are these pastels. Come on out. We'll all know it's your makeup. Yeah. You know, I'm not gonna do that on camera, Derek, but yeah, I'm gonna say it. It's my makeup. It's not used for makeup, but it is my makeup. I claim ownership. Tina, he can practice with you. Yeah, Tina, come on over. Um, how dare you play with makeup? Well, you know, listen, I'm going to admit it. I play with Barbie dolls. I play with Hot Wheel cars. Sundays around here are not filled with football or baseball. It is all Hot Wheels and Barbie dolls. So, oh my, burgundy's the best color to match. But does it go with my eyes? I need to get a color that really flows. Are we putting makeup on, or is this for weathering? It's going to be used for weathering. I'm going to try and use this as weathering. Now, I'm going to show you my go-to stuff before I get to the pastels. I have a pack of 8. These are the original Monroe models weathering powders. Love these things. These are my go-to thing. I have their entire 8-pack collection from dark earth, grimy black, chalky white, medium earth, dirty yellow. This one I haven't used a lot of. That is it's a cool color. I haven't found a use for it yet, but again, we could find something. Light rust, really cool, good color. Dark rust, and then a medium gray. I use this a lot on roofing and around windows. Put green on your eyelids. If the green screen. Oh, you know what? I'm actually. Wait, let's see if it shows up. Just for the hell. Oh, there's the one that's broke. I'm going to keep it closed. Okay, if I put it up to me this way. No. Well, yeah. Let's see. Does the camera see it? No, the camera sees it as green. So the green screen doesn't work for that. The green screen only sees yellow, like a bright yellow, a bright blue, and a bright green. So the darker colors it doesn't get. At least we got one guy in the group that's man enough to put makeup on a live stream. That's right. That's right. I'm not doing it. Derail Daryl can keep that. That's fine by me. That's fine by me. So let's throw those aside for a minute. These are what I want to get into. So I've got 2 sets of pastel colors. This is the original set that I got because I couldn't find anything else that was what I was looking for. So I grabbed these because I could at least try the black and the brown. These other colors, with the exception of the green, I might be able to use the green and maybe the white. I don't know if I would be able to use those other colors for anything. Hey, Steve, good to see you, bud. Who else did I see? John Benicki's here. John, good to see you. Russ Rockin' Railroad, good to see you. I don't think I saw anybody else that I may have missed. If I did, I apologize. I don't have my hello sign going up today. But we've got some colors here. And then I was strolling through Hobby Lobby and actually found exactly what I was looking for. So this thing seems like it would have all the colors from rust to dirt to white to grime. This is their Master's Touch 12 color earth drawing pastels. It was only $8, and I think I even got it on sale. I paid less than that. So this is what I want to try. I believe these are a similar product to this. I'm not sure which is better, but we're gonna try. All right. That being said, I want to clear some room here. We're not going to use these just yet. So I'm just going to put these off to the side for now. Get us a little room over here. Let's get rid of these. So, do you guys want to play with the eyeshadows first? Or you guys want to play with the pastels first? Oh, and I wanted to answer, I think it was Dwight's question of how did I build the roof? So the roof I told you was cardboard and wood. The top here, these pieces of tar paper, it's just construction paper. Just plain old 8x11 construction paper cut up into little strips like this and then glued in one on top of the other, going from the outside in, because this particular building has a peak in the middle. If you were doing like a regular building, like the DPM buildings that I did in the past that just have a sloped roof, you would start at the bottom where the lowest pitch is and go to the top. So this way, when the rain falls, it cascades right down your roof and doesn't get in. So I hope that answers your question. Yeah. Rick, did you have a busy week and busy months? It's always busy, dude. 3 kids and a job and YouTube. I can't even tell you the last time that I sat here and actually modeled something or had time to model something. I've done what I've done so far. I've done live with you guys because it's really my only time. Other than that, the winter has been a wild one, and the spring and summer are looking like they are going to be as well. I haven't been able to get to many shows. The last train show that I was at was over at Ray's down in Timonium in October. Other than that, yeah, that's pretty much been the extent of my train visits. Don't even think I made a trip to a train store last year. I was buying everything online that I could get my hands on that I needed. But I recently stopped that because I found that I'm becoming a hoarder of train stuff because I'm not using any of it and it's just stockpiling up until I get my layout started. What are you going to do with the pastels? Smash them up into dust? Well, first, what I'm going to try and do, we're going to do a little test because I heard that you can now when you handle these, it comes off on your fingers. So it may just be a matter of um let's just try like right here where this peak is. I would imagine that, some dirt, some grime or something would accumulate and run down from right there. So I was able to just scratch some off. And then what I would do is just take my handy dandy trusty, where's my brush? I don't know that one. Now, I don't know if this is going to wipe off or it's actually going to wipe in, but I actually want to try one of two things. I'm going to try just dry brushing this and see what it looks like and see what happens. So it looks like it stays on there. It doesn't brush off. It actually blends right on in. If you brush it excessively, it will come off, but it stayed on there, and that's not bad. That's not bad at all. Now, that's the black. If we take the brown and let's just go like right over here by the door, put some brown over here in the corner, maybe some brown over here in the corner. And again, this is just scratching it on there, right? Put some along the bottom. And then take the same brush and I'm just going to brush it in. Now, it does look like and feel like a powder when you do this. I can see it puffing up off of the model. But that's not bad. Come on, focus on the model. Focus. It's not going to give me a good focus. It's focusing on everything else in the background except the model itself. And me. Come on. Nope. Sorry, guys. That's not going to work. I get it for like a real quick, like quarter of a second, and that's about it. Sorry. To me, it doesn't look bad. Have I been to New York? The reason why I asked is because it's a good place for you for inspiration. Yes, I have been to. Well, I've been to New York City, and my company that I work for has a place out, has a factory out on Long Island. But I haven't done any like building searching or architecture, whatever that word is. Um, in or around New York or New York State. I've left over water ice barrier for redoing my roof. Okay. Okay. I recommending using those purple gloves with the pan pastels. Oh, well, hey, thanks for letting me know. Appreciate that. Would have helped maybe 10 minutes ago, but hey, I know for next time. Know for next time. I got an original box of weathering colored chalks about 30 years ago. Yeah, these are gonna last a while. Uh, by the way, Robert Darby, thank you for stopping in. Appreciate it. It's good to have you here, buddy. It's not called hoarding; it's called collecting. Yeah, that's true. But collecting kind of gives the idea that you actually know what you have. I don't know half the things I have. Um, it's just it's really weird. Gloves Rick and the ones the pastels are on building use a dull coat so touching models doesn't smear off. Oh, yeah, I do plan on at some point I do plan on going back. Yeah, that word. I can normally say it. I don't know why I can't say it right now. Just remember to seal it and watch for fingerprints using the powders for the makeup. Yeah. So I do plan on going back and sealing a lot of my buildings. The only problem that I am going to run into are the buildings that I already have windows in. So I have to take special care not to spray those with the seal coat. But it is something that I do want to do. Um, Clean your fingers, just wipe it on your face and eyes. Yeah, I could do that. Dull coat to seal. Yep. That's what I would use. Dull coat to seal. Yep. Yep. It's going to take any shininess off of the paint. You just don't want to get it on the windows unless you're looking for a dull coat look on a window. If you want shiny windows, don't go that route. Have you seen the Hoarders TV show? Yes, I have. And if you saw my collection back there, it kind of looks like that. Yep. JD, thank you for the numbers. Appreciate it. Don't think you can be a hoarder because they never clean the house. Yeah. Yep. All right. So let's what else? Let's try the white. Oftentimes what you'll see, actually, as a matter of fact, what we'll do is we'll take since we don't know if we're going to use this, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take the white and I'm going to make a few marks just on the roof randomly in spots, trying to hit the edges of the paper because that's where, dirt usually rests. Um, it gets in those creases. You get watermarks that often sit on roofs, even though this is a pitched roof. You might find somewhere down here, especially in a corner, like water would sit right there and it would change the color of the tar paper. But you'll often see that. Now, the roof in this case, again, it peaks here in the middle and then kind of goes that way. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the roof like this, and here's my center point. And I'm just going to do a couple streaks going down this way as if water's running down the roof. Hit up the edges on the side like that. I'm going to go back this way and do the same. Say we got one that goes down the center. We'll hit up this side. Doesn't take much. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back in here with my just a standard paintbrush, nothing on it. It's not wet, just dry. And I'm just going to buff over these, and it's going to remove some. It's going to remove some, but it's going to give it a faded look. And that's what if that's what you're going for, you want to see that the building has been weathered, it's been there for a while. It takes time to build up those pools of water that sit there. So you definitely want to take some of that material away. Not everything has to look like a fresh coat of paint. So if we wipe some of this right here where that pool is, see how it kind of blends in together and feathers it out and makes it look like that's been sitting there for a little bit. So just to give you an idea, just over now you can do the same thing with the brown. And again, we'll just go over that. You can build up as many colors as you want. You can go, dark earth brown. You can put some, even though it is black, you can put black on there. All kinds of colors. And then once you're comfortable with it, you can even add stuff like gravel to it. If you want to make it look like a gravel tar paper, you could put grass on there. If you go and get leaves, you could put leaves up there as if like a tree blew something on there. When you spray the coat, you don't have to do it heavy. Yeah. So I actually have. I remember when I was doing the STS cars last year. So it would have been the 2022 cars that I was doing last year. I had an issue with rattle can dull coat, especially on the decals. So what I did is I found, and I don't have it here with me. It's not on the shelf. I think it's back at my airbrush station. I found a dull coat that can be used on an airbrush. And I also found a glossy coat that can be used in an airbrush. It's just my opinion. It's just my preference. I prefer putting those in an airbrush and spraying it on um, decals and train cars rather than using a rattle can. Other people have preferences. They love the rattle cans when doing that kind of stuff. So again, try them both. Just know that one may give you a different result. Um, Again, my personal preference, I do it in the airbrush. Those who don't have an airbrush may be stuck with the rattle cans. So I don't know. Um, we can only hope to have small aisles between between our trains. Yeah. Yes, I do get to watch DJ Trains, not as much as I'd like, but I do try and catch his videos when I can. Um, get a blush brush. Yes, I do have to get one. I've got one that is it's a larger brush, and it's very, very fine, very soft kind of brush. Um, I would definitely, yeah, I do suggest using something soft rather than something hard. This actually isn't it's a little stiffer than this one here, but it serves the purpose. It'll get us through, especially for this small demonstration. 40 grit wet paper sandpaper makes a great. Yeah, yeah, that's 400 grit. Yeah, I could see that. And then this way, yeah, it would look just like what do they call it? Shingle kind of uh roof. Yeah. Yeah, that's a great idea. Um Black sandpaper would work great. Yep. Yep. Skateboard stuff. Yeah, we got a bunch of ideas now. Yeah. Hey, Otter Creek and Rio Grande. I always seem to miss STS. Looks like some great modeling is going on here. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate it much. We're trying to weather the roof, and we're gonna try a couple things. I'm gonna move over. We've seen the pastels. Let me take that out of place. Let me get this back in order. Um, put these back in here. That goes there. That goes there. That goes there. All right. We didn't open up this, but again, we think this is the same thing. It's kind of similar product. Put those over there. All right. Let's get into some eyeshadows. I'm just going to work on this and go from here. If I mess it up, I can always rebuild it. If I plan on rebuilding it to fit the building the way I want to, it's going to wind up getting trashed anyway. Or I might just keep it. If I ever build a smaller building, I can always cut it up. Who knows? But we're gonna try. I actually want to try that green color. So I'm just gonna use my paintbrush. I'm gonna see how much this actually comes off. Yeah, it's making a powder real quick. Sorry, I had you off camera. So just gently touching it. Look, it's making a powder already, and it's getting all in there. And I'm betting that we can just go like, oh yeah, look at that. That's coming right off onto the model, and you can just brush that right in. There's a green streak. I don't know what we would need a green streak for, but there's a green streak. Maybe I could put an air conditioner there and make it look like I don't know, maybe some copper bled in. You know, you get that those green lines coming off with the copper after it ages for a little bit. Um, I need a paper towel. I don't want to get this on my clothes, but I want to clean my brush. So I'm just moving this back and forth and trying to get out as much powder as I can. Now that looks like it's going to keep a little bit of that color in the bristle there, but I'll wash that out later. I'll run it through its paces. Um, we've got some, let's see if I can get that out of the way. Here's the black. Again, as soon as you touch this, you get powder, which is awesome. You don't have to fight with it. I thought for sure I was going to have to like break this stuff up. I actually want to go back to the model for this one. Um, Instant airbrush cleaner. Yeah. The only thing that I can tell you that works for me every time, and I know a lot of people say you don't have to, but I find it to be the best. I have one of those ultrasonic cleaners, and every time I use my airbrush, I break it down, I put it in there, run a cycle for like 60 to 90 seconds, and it just gets every little crevice done. And I just let it dry, put it back together, and it works for me every single time. Not a problem with that. Soft brush is good for dusting cars. Yeah, yeah. Also use the airbrush dull coat as a final adhesive for trees. Oh, that's a good idea. I was just using a um, pump bottle hairspray. Um, but yeah, that's a great idea. That's a great idea. Um, I was actually using the airbrush for when I was doing the trees to get the green color on the polyfill because I was using white polyfill. So I used the airbrush to turn that green first, um, and then did everything else, sealed it, and all that jazz. I have green marks on my roof from pine needles and moss. There you go. So I'm not in any way wrong. Would you like to have a claw machine with your models if Mini Prints made one? I can't think of a place on my layout where I would put a claw machine, but that sounds like a neat idea. Um, I'm guessing it would just be for aesthetic purposes. I can't see that it could be functional, although that would be really cool. Is it scratch build or a kit? So it's a kit bash. So this kit was actually from Foscale Models. Um, it was two kits that were put together to make one building. There you go. DB Tech says it's a kit bash. All right, so I loaded up some of that black eyeshadow on here, and I'm just going to go from this side since we already did over there. I'm going to go from this side here, and I'm going to put some down, let it run from there. Since I got this loaded up pretty well, I'm just going to go from this window over here. And then I'm going to let some grime build up over in the corner over there. And while I'm at it, we're going to have it build up right there too. All right. Seems like I got the brush pretty much empty at this point. So I'm just going to go back over this to try and blend this out. I may have went a little heavy on this line here, but that's okay. That I think came out pretty much perfect on there. All right, I'm going to try this once more to see if I can just get that to focus. Not bad, not bad. I'm going to go back over that. And I'm going to try this this earth color here. Again, look at that. Real easy, not even pushing hard. Hey, listen, I suggest that everybody goes down to their local Walmart, take a stroll through the makeup aisle, pick up all of this stuff. Actually, you may wind up finding some sales on it, being that you're past Valentine's Day. Just tell them that you're buying it for your wife, your girlfriend, your significant other, and no one will question it at all. Uh John just put something up here for me. It's a kit bash. There it is. Foscale Models, Moshed. Yes. All right, so we're going to take some of this earth. Now, I did a little bit over there with a lighter color. Let's go in here and just put some down. Not showing up as much as the black is, but it is definitely showing up as well. It shows up as brown for me, which is pretty cool. Just looks like dirt on a wall. Not too bad. It's not overwhelming. It's almost like the perfect amount. Hey, listen, I wouldn't knock it. I've never tried it before. I've never used, excuse me, I've never used these colors. I've never used makeup before. But hey, you've seen it right here live on the Fultz Bailey Model Railroad. It's possible. Now, definitely these are not, unless you're going to get these at the dollar store. I don't even know if it's available at the dollar store. If you could find these cheap, I would say it's possible. It's a probable. Uh, go for it. Give it a shot. Why not? If your again wife, girlfriend, significant other is maybe throwing out some old makeup that she hasn't used, um, my wife uses all these fancy colors here, but she doesn't use a lot of the dark ones. So I might just steal whatever she throws away from now on because I could have colors for years. So definitely, I'm not going to say it's my 100% go-to, but between what I'm showing you here and my Monroe model stuff and the pastels, I have weathering powders for years. I'm not disappointed at all. I thought it was you crying when you kicked off the bar stool. What? I don't know if that's for me or not. What was the kit? Okay. I think John answered that already. It is the FOS scale models. I think I have I got the thingy here somewhere. Oh, here you go. Here you go. It's by FOS scale models. It's their MoShed HO kit. So that's the original kit. So you can see that's the sidewall there, and there's the front of the building. So for me, here's that sidewall, and then here's the front of the building, right? So I took one kit and I used the two sidewalls and the front as one long building. The back wall is actually what I'm using for the sidewall. And then I took the back wall from another kit. I actually got two of these kits, and I used the back wall over here. And then I made my own back from just a piece of what's that, 1/8 inch or 1/4 inch birch basswood, 1/4 inch basswood. And then I made these here. I don't know what you would call them. Yeah, I handmade that out of just trim pieces that I got from the hobby shop. I think it's a 1/16 size stuff. And then this is or was going to be the roof. I haven't decided yet if I'm keeping it or redoing it, but that's the roof. I'm going to continue doing the weathering over the next couple of weeks, couple of days, and see how that comes out. I will go and get some. Well, I have plenty of accessories around. Oh, I just changed my background. Let's see what this is going to look like. Side cam. Hey, look, I'm at Nisi's place. I can't get that to go back. Oh, I can't. There you go. Okay, it'll go on and off. All right, great. So I was at Nisi's for a minute there. Gently, gently. Yes. Yes. Tone down when you don't. Yeah, I can imagine that would happen. Yeah. Ask the girls for assistance. Who knows? Yeah, you might pick up a date. Hey, that's not a bad idea for the single guys that are out there. Yeah. Stroll into the makeup aisle, ask for some help. You never know. I mean, now once they find out that you're using this for a model and not for actual makeup, you might get a funny look, but you never know. One might be interested and may want to see some of your good work. You should put a trim around the roof and then put the tar paper. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So I may just try that. I'm just not 100% sure normally what I would normally do on like as my other buildings. Um, let's see, here's Grandpa's garage. So on Grandpa's garage, it'd be nice if I had the camera in right. All right, so here's Grandpa Dilly's imports and domestics. So you can see I built that cardboard roof and did the same kind of um, tar paper roof on there, and then I put trim, just wood strips on the sides there. But in this case, the roof is overhanging just slightly off the edge to catch that trim. On this building, I didn't do that. So I don't know if trim on the outside is going to look right or if I actually have to go back and put this the wrong size. But trim going like this on the top the entire way around and then sink the roof down in it like I wanted to. But again, I don't know if I want to do that. And my fear is if I put the trim on it and I don't like it, am I going to wreck it to get it back off? Is it salvageable at that point? I guess my only way of knowing would be to not use as much glue on it, which, is hard for me. I like to slather glue on everything. That all being said, let's jump back over here to the side cam. Hey, here we go. So I'm going to go through weather the rest of the building in my time here between now and our next show. And then I got some accessories that I want to put on here. I showed you those barrels. I also want to build. So this is going to be a mow shed. So it's got to be elevated up to the deck of the train. So I need to figure out that height and actually build it, put it on stilts. So I need to build a deck for this to sit on and a short little dock for it to sit on as well. So that's going to be a pretty big footprint. So I got to build that also. I will try and have that built by next week. And then maybe we could just glue it all together and see how it works. So between coming up with the roof concept, doing some accessories, and doing the dock, I've got a lot of work to do. Let's hope I can get it all done. We will have to see. Taking orders for kits and makeup on April 1st. Yes, get all your orders in by April 1st. April 1st, I'll have them all built, ready to ship on April 1st. That was a great, great comment. I love that idea, Artie. Will it be done by the time of my next visit? Yes. Yeah, we're maybe 1 or 2 shows away for this being done. So in a month, we'll be continuing to weather the roof. No, I'll have that all done, Sparky. Hello, by the way. I know you were lurking somewhere back there. So no, I will get the weathering and all done. And then hopefully the next time I see you, we'll just be putting gluing the accessories on and then gluing the building together. And hopefully that will be the end of it. Not if it takes as long as Ray B's house build. Yeah, we got to get back on that too. That's another thing that Ray and JD and I have been talking about. We've had just a bunch of things come up and we got to get our next segment out. Good day, model railroaders. Yeah, you are exactly 1 hour late. I know you're not late. You were lurking, but your comment is late. When is your next visit? Artie will be back in October. Tina, I'm not sure if you caught the beginning or if you came in late. I have a couple things for you that Artie dropped off, so I have to make an appointment to see you so that I can get you the stuff that he brought. I would pay money to watch you hang out in a makeup aisle at the local Walmart. Oh my God, I would so film that. I think we should do that in October. October, let's take one day, just a couple hours away from Timonium, go down to the local Walmart, and I will film Artie walking through. And I will film Artie walking through Walmart and asking women for makeup tips and then have him explain how he's going to use these on a model. Oh, this will be fun. Artie, that we're doing it. We're doing it. No cash. No cash. You are doing it. We are go full beard and all, walking up to women in the makeup aisle and ask them what's the proper application for this. Artie, your next visit when you're close to Rick, I will come. Tina, you can come with me to Timonium. Me and John usually make the October trip. Every October when Ray has his when the show is there and Ray has his hangout. You're more than welcome. We usually all go back to Ray's place anyway, and you can meet all the not all, but some of the guys that you're talking to over there. So yeah, you're more than welcome if you don't mind hanging out with us. We'll drive down to Maryland, check out the train show, and all right, Tina's in. You heard it here first, guys. Tina's in the next train show in October. Prepare yourself. So yeah, all right, let's flip back over here to the main cam and we'll close this out for the night. I'm behind logo. There we go. All right, guys, I really, really appreciate that you guys hung out with me tonight. It's been awesome. It's always awesome to be here with you guys. Again, I want to send a real quick shout out. I forgot in the beginning. If you notice over there next to chat, there's a bunch of people over there who've got a little blue wrench next to them. Those guys are my moderators. Thank you guys for always being in chat and for always keeping control of things over there. And for keeping me on topic. I appreciate that so much. You guys mean so much to me. I appreciate you guys watching what I do, and I hope you learned some things. I learned some things tonight, so I think it's been a great night. I've got some work to do. Yeah, we'll keep it rolling. We got just a couple more shows left of this, and then we'll start a new kit. So thank you guys again. Let's roll the outro. And hey, as always, thank you for stopping by. Over there, you'll find a video of mine to take a look at. Right down there in the corner is a playlist of something that I've built. Right below me is the subscribe button. Hit that. See you guys. Thanks for hanging out.